The idea of owning a home felt like a pipe dream.
That's BECU member Leandra talking about her home buying experience.
So we went to BECU where I met our mortgage advisor, Lauren, and she was like, this is what we're going to do. This is how you buy a home.
As a not-for-profit credit union, BECU helps members find the right home loan to meet their needs. Learn more at becu.org/home loans. BECU, power in people. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender, NMLS ID 490518. Members were compensated for participation.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I don't know how this happened, but I think I would get a new car because a bear managed to lock itself inside this dude's car.
What?
And we got the audio. Check this out. Listen as he unlocks the door, and you can also watch the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Listen as he unlocks it, opens the door, and then joins his friends as they scream and shout and successfully scare the bear away.
Go up. Go. Ah! Go. Go. Ah! Go. Go.
Dude, they did what that guy, one guy does all the time. He's like, no!
Wow.
You f*** off! Ah! Ah! Dude, the video is incredible because
that's
the dude,
insane.
The dude looks like he loves the festival life. He's got his tie-dye shirt on. He's not wearing any shoes. They're in the woods or somewhere in a backyard. I don't know exactly what's going on, but he just looks like he's maybe had a couple of puffs off the joint too. And
wow.
For all we know, maybe he's on a hallucinogenic, don't mean to typecast. And then next thing you know, he's like, dude, I think there's a bear in my car. And they're like, dude, you're just tripping balls. There's no bear in your car. He's like, no, for real, man. I think there's a bear in my car.
I really think there's a bear.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is the freakiest thing I've ever seen. The bear somehow locks himself in the dude's car. Like,
well, the bear had his own set of keys. That's, I mean, in all fairness, it's, all bears have keys to cars, BJ.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, they have those little key fobs.
I just
did he at least fasten his seatbelt? I mean, was he planning on going somewhere?
This is why you should always lock your car. I mean, you really just you gotta always lock your car. That's all I gotta say, because he left it open, and next thing you know, hey, there's a bear in there.
Yeah, but I'm with you, man. I think if I walked up, I'd be like, I don't know, man. Maybe we just let him stay there. Like, I don't know, like, good thinking on their part to do the whole yelling and trying to scare the bear away, but that could have taken a drastic turn for the worse.
Yeah, I mean, really, because there are some bears, man, that they don't care if you're yelling; they just come at you. So I mean,
those are bears I don't want to meet.
Yeah, sometimes like all the noise and the noisemakers and everything. Again, I watched this show, the current season of Alone. They're on Grizzly Mountain, and these bears don't care. They're making all the noise. They're throwing the bear spray. They're doing whatever they can. And sometimes the bears are like, yeah, it's, you know what, too bad. I'm going to stay right here and do what I'm doing.
Do you think the friends were like, Jonathan's the first line of defense. Let's just start screaming. Worst case scenario, they eat our tie-dye friend.
Well, yeah, because he's the person who's making the video realizes that, well, I'm behind the person I'm videoing, and he's in front of me and the bear, so this is working.
Oh, my gosh. Somebody on Twitter just won the internet because they wrote, your Uber has arrived.
Oh, get out.
Wow.
Yeah, how many stars do you give that Uber driver?
5 for that joke right there.
Yeah, yeah. That could
That's
be
an
it.
Underrated tweet right there.
Yeah, is that a new thing? Is
no,
it
bears. No, of course it's not a new thing.
I feel it's a new thing. I mean, look, there's always some sort of startup going on. Some app. Who knows? A new app, Uber.
I'm passing on that one. I do not want. First off, bears can't drive. Second off, man, I don't want to not tip him very well. I'm gonna be pissed.
I do wish I could get inside the mind of the bear to wonder what did he like. What was the end result he was hoping for?
Well,
was he thinking maybe there's some snacks in there?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd assume food or something.
Yeah, they can smell. I mean, bears can smell stuff far ways away.
Right.
So he probably was like, "Oh, there's some tasty treats in here, boo boo."
He's like, I don't want anyone getting in here. I'm going to lock myself in this bed. Bitch.
Yeah. That is wow. That is just you'd be okay. I'm done. I would be that.
BJ's never camping again.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You going to just let him have the car? I mean,
I think I have to let him have the car.
Yeah, you take pictures
Yeah.
and you send it to your insurance company to say this is a total loss. It's like,
Yeah.
sir,
this
exactly.
is a total loss.
there's only a bear in there. It's like, no, there is a bear in my car. I'm never getting that back into that ever again.
I hit up my friend Lori who handles my insurance. You're like, do I have bear insurance?
Yeah.
She's like, what? I mean, bear insurance. If they get in my car and lock themselves in there.
Yeah. Who's that? Who's the guy that appears magically in the commercials when you got a problem? I forget what it was.
Jake from State Farm?
I forget.
The Geico?
Yeah. I don't know, but it was like
Gecko.
somebody would, I remember people had accidents and they go, "Hey, Sammy, from what company?" And then he's right
like
there.
a good neighbor. Is it State Farm?
I think it is State Farm. You might be right about that. And somebody just appears. So that's what you need. You call that guy and go, what's up? Oh, you need to kill this bear. What? Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, discount insurance won't get that done.
Nope.
No.
Now, what about carpooling? I mean, is it okay if you have a bear in the passenger seat? You think
Carpooling.
I think the officer will let it slide?
I think it's barely passable.
Oh,
Yeah.
it hurts, but I respect it.
Thank you. Well, it had to be done. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was waiting for an opportunity. That was in my brain since the whole story started. So thank you, Steve.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, a recent poll was done, and what they asked people is like, hey, have you ever intentionally pretended to be bad at a task or job at home or at work just so they would never ask you to do that job again?
See, I think I'm just fortunate that I'm just bad at every chore at home that even though I try, man. I try and clean certain things. And my wife's just like, how did you miss all of this? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, yeah, you're not going to be the one that's going to be mopping the floors anymore. I'm like, that's bummer. The only thing
All
that
right,
she's
then.
okay with, even if I do miss a spot here and there, is cleaning the toilets. Like, that's my chore. It doesn't matter how good or bad I am at that. She wants nothing to do with the toilets, doesn't want to be near them. Yep. So, a 60% job is better than 0% because she wouldn't do it at all.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, who cares? As long as I'm not catching anything, I'm fine.
Right. I mean, for the most part, they're clean. Like, but there might be like a little like dust in the back bottom corner of it that like I missed. I missed a spot, and she's not gonna, and she doesn't even bother calling me out on it. She's like, I'm just appreciative that you're willing to do it. So that's my only thing that I do.
It's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
It really isn't, because, I mean, toilet cleaning, how difficult is it?
I don't think it's very hard. I just
No,
write
not
the
at
thing
all.
on it, and I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, plus, the scrubbing bubbles do all the work.
Well, I use the wand thing. I put I put a little elbow grease in that
elbow
BJ.
grease there.
Is it the one where you connect the little part at the end
The
every
wand?
time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those are the best.
I don't even know if I know that. I mean,
Yeah, I
have
just
the-
got
I
a
have the-
brush. You
I got the little,
fancy.
I got the scrubber brush thing. That's all I have.
Well, it's like a plastic rod that connects into like a little brush.
And the brush
a
has all
spongy
the
thing.
has all the cleaning stuff in it, and it's disposable. So you just throw the head away every time.
Is it a sponge or is it like super like hard scrubbies? Because I mean, I got the hard scrubby brush.
It's a sponge like sub material. It's called the toilet wand.
Yeah, it's not gonna,
Oh, wow.
It's not going to scratch your toilet or anything.
No, it's just like a sponge attached to a stick.
Cleans very well.
Yeah, okay.
Those things are
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't know how I feel about those, because I feel like you need a scrubber. I mean, I don't know why. I always
Well, it's
thought
kind of
you
like an
needed-
abrasive bottom to it, like a sponge.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, like the abrasive part of a sponge. I gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just not hard.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it can scrub, basically, because there's two sides of a sponge. There's the sponge that's the soft, really squishy side, and then there's the abrasive. You're talking about the scrubber side, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, well, then that works. I didn't even know about this thing.
Oh, get with the program, man.
Yes.
$8.59 at Target.
Wow. See, I got the bottle that you squirt. It has a little nozzle that squirts under the toilet ring there. So you can get it underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I let it soak for a little bit, and then I scrub. Yeah, but you know what? You kids, whatever, do what you want.
So said, what married guy hasn't pretended to be bad at a chore in order to get out of it?
At Seattle Credit Union, we believe in our communities and the people we serve. The path to U.S. citizenship can be expensive, which is why we offer citizenship loans to cover the costs associated with this process. We also offer a fee-based alternative for each citizen loan type for people who would prefer not to pay any interest. Visit seattlecu.com to learn more, or give us a call at 855-575-9352 to speak with a friendly loan expert to get started today. Seattle Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Doing it.
Yeah, I learned it when I was a kid. I would pretend my mom would be like, "You need to do your laundry," and so then I would just like overflow the laundry machine with like soap and whatnot. So it was just like spilling out. And she's like, "No, you're not doing your laundry." So I didn't do my laundry until probably I was like 22.
Huh?
That's where I learned how to like pretend I was doing things wrong.
Yeah, people got to be lying. Yeah. People have to be lying in this survey, even though the amount of people are nice. 69% claim they've never tried this, doing something badly, so they wouldn't have to do it again.
Their wife
never even occurred to me, because I thought I would get in so much trouble.
So it's 100% of the time I do this. I've been in the Army for 21 years, and I pretended to be bad at so many things so I wouldn't get tasked to do them again.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing at work. I wouldn't pretend to be. I would be just too afraid to be like, well, if you can't do it, we'll find someone else who can.
Yeah.
And then you're just not useful anymore. I would never think to be like, nope, not doing that. Unless it was something I just was like opposed to because of like other than disability. Like it's like, oh, that's just messed up. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I wouldn't pretend to not be able to do something out of fear of that.
Yeah.
Younger people say that they were far more willing to admit they do this. Men were also more willing to admit that they do this than women. And I don't know what that says, except, I guess younger people don't have a problem with it. They're like, whatever. But, yeah, it is interesting, Steve. You and I come from generations where you really, you had to be good or you'd be replaced. I mean, at least that's how I always thought. I always thought, or I would get yelled at in my family. It's like my dad just yelled at me to no end when there was just certain things he thought I should be able to know how to do, and I didn't. So I really tried hard, too, because I don't want to get yelled at again, but I suck at this.
Another one that I used to do was the hanging pictures. I would hang them crooked so that way I didn't have to like measure it. I hate hanging pictures.
But who the hell's hanging the picture then for you?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's really good at doing it.
Any chance I can get her to hang some pictures for me? Because I have that task coming up right now, and I hate doing it, too.
Everyone has a price, BJ.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll have to
what are
get
we
in
thinking? 50, 100?
Yeah. Well, it depends on how many pictures, I guess.
Yeah, I guess $69 an hour.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Or
including trans.
I think I can get that done cheaper, but thanks for the negotiation.
Yeah, but at least you have a testimonial from someone that you know. Sometimes you got to pay better money to know that it's going to get done right.
That's true.
Yeah, it's $69 an hour to hang a picture. Well, I mean, I wonder what that would be. You said an hour?
Yeah.
Do I have to pay the full hour, or Danny, just how long it ever takes?
Not full hour.
Oh, she's
full hour, and that also includes transportation.
Yeah.
So, like while she's commuting, that counts for an hour.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So now you're really just upping the price. Like, Danny, you know what?
No, we're up front. We're not upping anything. We're being upfront about the price, man.
And then an extra $20 to have me go first and try to hang it myself, and then it's crooked. So that way she gets motivation to go up and be like, I'm going to do it straight.
You guys are like the dumbest negotiators I've ever heard of.
I'm not on board with that one. No, don't lump me in with that one. Mine's basic. I'm not throwing in someone that's going to mess it up.
Listen, yes, granted, compared to Danny's negotiation, you look like a genius, but both of you really need to work on that.
Texter says, I'm banned from doing 80% of the chores around the house. I screw up laundry, and then I don't get trusted with anything other than toilet, garbage, and a cat box, LOL. So basically the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody wants to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you could mess that up so much that somebody would take that off your hands. You'd have to, spill garbage everywhere. The cat stuff would have to be everywhere. How could you screw that up that somebody would eventually take that out of your hands that doesn't want to do it?
I'm pretty sure my wife doesn't. She'll let me, but she'll appreciate when I vacuum the house. But I have a very strong feeling that she would prefer that I don't vacuum the house because I don't get the good lines going. Mine's just it doesn't look anything fancy. Where she's got it's just pristine looking. I feel bad walking in rooms. I tiptoe in the rooms because I'm like, oh man, these lines are immaculate.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's a horrible feeling when you have to let that go. But it's like, well, I mean, I need to be in this room. What the hell? I don't know how many days you're supposed to have those lines. I mean, is it one day? Is one day, and then after that you go, look, it was done, more than a day ago. Can I walk in the room now?
With a 2-year-old, you'd be happy to get 45 seconds. because she just follows her around. Like, that's our little mini-me. So the minute that Sid goes into one room to start vacuuming, Tatum's right there just dancing all over. And I can see the anxiety. My wife's just like, I just vacuumed.
Yeah, sorry.
Can you take this shot? I'm like, I can't control her. She wants to be in the room that you're in.
What are you going to do? She
likes helping.
Don't ever try to have a nice place with a child. I mean, you just have to let that go, that whatever you had before, it's done. They own the whole joint, and they'll do whatever they damn well please. Yeah. Well, congratulations on y'all. Yeah.
So it says the longer this conversation goes, the more I think your guy cards need to be pulled.
Oh. Because
I handed in my guy card forever ago.
Yeah.
I turned it in. I said, I don't care anymore.
It was revoked for me at birth.
Why is my guy card? Why is our guy? Because we get out of chores.
I have no idea.
I feel like that means you get a good guy card if you're all of a sudden getting out of stuff.
Maybe just the fact that we're doing any chores makes us less of a guy. I don't know.
I would like to text you to elaborate,
or that we don't stand up and be a man and take care of our stuff at home.
It could go one or two ways.
Yeah, it's either
you're
way.
Right. I don't know which way to go on this because
I don't
the old
care.
school
I'm getting
guy
my
card
nails done later, and I'm getting waxed, and I don't care what this person says. I have better things to worry about.
I told you to get sugared, Steve. Sugar really is better than waxing.
What the hell is sugared?
It's like waxing, except it doesn't pull all layers of skin. It just pulls the dead skin and the hair off.
But I like it when they pull the skin off. No, I'm kidding. I don't get waxed.
I know you don't. But it's just like,
we can tell that you don't with that comment.
Yeah. Oh, I love getting waxed.
It has nothing to do with masculinity, and it has everything to do with pain.
Yeah.
I like the pain.
No.
And being hairless.
Oh, you don't like you don't like pain, Steve? I'm taking your man card away.
All right. I don't know. You might want to go check the trash. It's been gone for a while.
Yeah. I am. You know what, though? I am curious. I don't know why I don't know. Like you said, it could go either way, and I want to know who I'm offending because there's old school and new school man cards. You know what I mean? You used to have a man card for some reasons, but now, like you said, the script is flipped. I don't know.
Is it because you guys can't hang up a picture properly?
Ooh. Well, but now what the
survey says? I don't know.
Those command strips make it easier. Plus, if you have that whatever that is, the yellow little bubble thing that they used to have it. What do they call those?
The levelers.
The levelers.
They literally have an app for that on your phone.
Exactly.
I use that all the time, and it works.
Yeah. So between a command strip and the leveling app, what do I need?
Those command strips, though, it took me a while to trust them.
No, I get it.
I still don't trust them. They've torn off paint in my house before.
Have they really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ripping them off the wall?
Because you do the thing, and some paint, I guess it's cheaper paint or something.
Maybe.
It just rips it off. I've gotten fined from renters or like landlords for that before.
Because I've always was afraid of doing it because of that reason. Finally, when I did it, I'm like, I can't believe I've been waiting this long. This is so easy.
Right.
Because I've never had that issue. Even when we moved, we had a bunch of stuff hung up with those command strips, and everything came off just fine. No paint stripped.
Nice.
I think if you're worried that anything's going to strip, if you have a hair dryer, which I know Steve has many hair dryers.
Here at work?
Yes, exactly. In your car, everywhere. You blow some of the hot air on it, and it kind of loosens up the stickiness.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
The same with stickers. If you're trying to take a sticker off something, don't want to ruin it. Or
so that works in a command. So it works in a command strip.
Heat.
All right.
Or just rub it real hard.
Excuse me.
All right.
Okay. All righty.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea because I've never done any of these things.
Well, it's because you don't have a man card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're absolutely right. I need to get a man card back. All right, well, fine. Thank you, Texter. Thank you for thank you for shaming us for whatever the hell. We don't know why, but thank you.
I know. I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah, I slightly care because I just want to yell.
Why
at
do you? Oh, okay. If he
just wants to yell at him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like to engage people that because my bet is that person's a moron. That's it just that.
I could have told you that.
I'm just going to listen to my Taylor Swift and not worry about this.
Oh, look at you.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Right now on the Odyssey app, download No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith on some of his latest podcasts.
Oh, yeah, I sat down with Draymond Green and we got into everything in regards to Jordan Poole and what happened between those two. I also had a hilarious conversation with Bill Maher on the state of politics in today's day and age, and Elon Musk, of all people, of course. Plus, I had to talk about my feelings on the whole Rihanna, Beyonce brouhaha.
No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith. Get it today on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Seattle Credit Union, we believe in our communities and the people we serve. The path to U.S. citizenship can be expensive, which is why we offer citizenship loans to cover the costs associated with this process. We also offer a fee-based alternative for each citizen loan type for people who would prefer not to pay any interest. Visit seattlecu.com to learn more, or give us a call at 855-575-9352 to speak with a friendly loan expert to get started today. Seattle Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. At Seattle Credit Union, we believe in our communities and the people we serve. The path to U.S. citizenship can be expensive, which is why we offer citizenship loans to cover the costs associated with this process. We also offer a fee-based alternative for each citizen loan type for people who would prefer not to pay any interest. Visit seattlecu.com to learn more, or give us a call at 855-575-9352 to speak with a friendly loan expert to get started today. Seattle Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Nobody likes keeping track of a wallet full of credit cards with complicated rewards categories. And BECU members like Heather don't have to.
With this card, I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just use it and pay it. It's pretty simple.
Keep things simple with the Cashback Visa from BECU. No more confusing categories, no more blackout dates. Just 1.5% cash back on every purchase. BECU. Power in people. Member compensated for participation. Cash advances and cash-like transactions do not qualify as purchases. Contact BECU at 800-233-2328 for current product and rate information.
At Seattle Credit Union, we believe in our communities and the people we serve. The path to U.S. citizenship can be expensive, which is why we offer citizenship loans to cover the costs associated with this process. We also offer a fee-based alternative for each citizen loan type for people who would prefer not to pay any interest. Visit seattlecu.com to learn more, or give us a call at 855-575-9352 to speak with a friendly loan expert to get started today. Seattle Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, but it's Wednesday, so maybe there's a whacking instead.
Whack it. Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Woo!
Whack it.
Yeah, it's Whack It Wednesday, and Steve, you were whacked yesterday. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, it is possible for it to happen.
Sure is, Rev.
Let's get to
Fred, Jimmy,
Danny, Sarah.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got Justin in Ferndale. Justin, are you there?
Sure is. Oh, wow. Are you hitting the brakes?
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise there, Justin.
Justin, you might want to loop whatever that is up. All right, let's go to someone else.
Yeah, we got her back up there. Let's. Sorry,
right,
Justin. I don't know what the hell's going on with your phone. Do we
Yeah.
got Dustin in Bellevue?
Oh, we went from Justin to Dustin.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, there we go. No feedback?
There we go.
All right,
No,
cool.
we're good.
All
Is it crappy phone day?
It is bad phone day. That's great.
Yeah, it is.
Steve, get out of here. God, listen to their phone. For those playing at home, Dustin will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Dustin, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
According to the saying, close only counts in horseshoes and what?
Pass.
Who made the song Achy Breaky Heart famous?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes, General Zod is best known for being a villain to which DC superhero?
Superman.
Yes, Bring It On was a movie mainly about what high school competition?
Dancing.
No.
Cheerleading.
Yes, which East Coast city was the first in the U.S. to have a subway system?
New York.
No.
Boston.
Yes, British actor Vinnie Jones was known for previously playing what sport?
Football, baseball, basketball.
No. Dogs, coyotes, and foxes are all part of what scientific family?
Oh, shoot. Pass.
What is Peter's wife's name on Family Guy?
Wendy.
No.
I don't know. Pass.
What is the capital of Hungary?
Pass.
The teen drama My So-Called Life aired on what cable network?
Budapest.
Yes, it was Budapest.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh,
correct.
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
The teen drama. The teen drama was not aired on Budapest, but
Are
it
you
was
sure?
the previous question's answer. So he got that
Is it
correct.
Budapest? Is that how you're supposed to say it with a shush?
Yes. If you,
I don't think.
I
didn't know that.
If you watched Black Widow, you would know that.
Uh-oh.
I did, but I guess I didn't realize they were saying Budapest.
Yeah, and they had a whole thing there, and you can stop talking about stuff when the guy who was coming in here and. Stuff,
Oh, sorry.
Well, maybe he didn't
My bad.
hear. Hey, Steve, welcome back into the room. There's probably a whacking, and you're probably going to get it.
Yeah,
Whack it.
Somebody deserves a whacking in this room, and it might
Well,
not
that's all
be
right.
you.
You know what? That one won't count.
Oh, that one won't count.
Well, I
that
should
doesn't
be
count.
punished for your stupidity.
Steve,
Yeah, you
That's
should.
not fair.
Yeah, you should be punished.
Don't worry about it. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
According to the saying, close only counts in horseshoes and what?
Hand grenades.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Who made the song Achy Breaky Heart famous?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes. General Zod is best known for being a villain to which DC superhero?
Superman.
Yes. Bring It On was a movie mainly about what high school competition?
Dance.
No.
Cheerleading.
Yes. Which East Coast city was the first in the U.S. to have a subway system?
New York.
No.
Oh, Massachusetts.
No.
Boston.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, Steve.
British actor Vinnie Jones was known for previously playing what sport?
Soccer?
Yes.
Oh.
Dogs, coyotes, and foxes are all part of what scientific family?
Canine?
Yes. What is Peter's wife's name on Family Guy?
Meg.
No.
Oh. Sally?
No.
Now,
Marge?
No.
can't believe you didn't get that.
What's the capital of Hungary?
Is it Budapest?
Yes.
Yay!
The teen drama My So-Called Life aired on what cable network?
MTV.
Yes. And Steve, you win. Dolly Parton, 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Well, at least it
didn't-
wasn't close.
Didn't really matter, but I have a question because in England they don't call it soccer, so I'm wondering, would football work?
Just
because I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso, that's why, and they just call it football. So
Dustin said football, but he didn't say football.
well, that's how they say it. Maybe like
You know what?
in
You know
some
what?
Latin countries.
I'll give it to him just so he loses 6-9.
6-9.
Nice. That changes the song I'm going to play if it's 6-9.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It's always glorious, Rev.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Dolan, we got to bump you for the 69.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's a tough one, Rev, because I really don't know what to say. Because we do call it soccer.
I know. And so he rattled off all three of you. He said football, basketball, baseball, or however he did it. And I was just like, no. And it was like, oh, well, I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's a tough one.
I'm curious to know what his intentions were with that question. Because if you just said what kind of football, then of course he's going to go soccer in the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's either way. I don't know how you get around it, man.
Well, you get around
This
it
is America.
by Steve winning by a larger margin than when it would have mattered.
There is that.
The only
Thanks, BJ. I wouldn't have gotten that hungry one right.
Yeah, you're no problem, buddy. Glad I could help. help out.
The only one that neither of you guys got correct was Peter's wife's name on Family Guy. I know BJ knows that one.
Not Meg?
It's not Meg. Meg's the daughter.
Yeah, Vicky knows this one.
Sorry.
Lois.
It's Lois. Lois, yeah.
Come on, Lois.
Shows how much I've seen that show. Which
I know,
is
right?
Only Family Guy I know is because of Vicky.
You're welcome.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
and like a couple random Twitter videos that go
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Like I know
Like a
the mom
TikTok or
bit.
something.
Like mom. I know that.
Mommy.
I know the dog talks.
Hey, well, you know the whole show.
Do you know the dog's
Brian?
name? Oh, damn it, you do. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't ask that question then. All right, then. Well, congratulations on your win today.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah. 59% of Americans say they now get some sort of package delivered to their home every week. Boy, man, I mean, Amazon is, what are that, like 58% of those all those packages, really?
Dude, you're not kidding. I swear, since we've had our kid, I feel like we get a package every day from Amazon. I mean, it's not that much, but like there is sometimes we do go on a run where it feels like every day for like 5 or 6 days we're getting a package showing up in the mail. Because there's so many things. We're like, oh, we should get that for Tatum. We feel like going to the store. We have to pack her in. You know what I mean? It's like a process.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing we ever did, and for a long time I was against Amazon Prime because I never ordered that much stuff to make it worth my time. Now, Amazon Prime's the greatest. Because that's what we use. It's like, oh, we'll get it tomorrow.
Yep. Also, Amazon Prime, if you're a Prime member, you get the programming as well, all the movies that they have that are free. It is so worth it. It's people can say whatever they want, but it is hard to disagree with the fact that the price is pretty much as close. You're going to get sometimes better, but you're not going to pay that much more. And for that money you pay every year for Prime, you get the shows you like. You get free delivery of everything pretty much.
Music as well.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about the music.
Books.
You're right.
I think you get a couple books a month. I think it is. I don't know. I don't take advantage of those things because that involves reading. But I hear it's cool.
Yeah. And, of course, with something as wonderful as that, you're also going to have the flip side, which, of course, is that 43% of people say they've had a package stolen by a porch pirate in the past year.
Those people are the worst. I mean, there's worse out there, obviously, but like it's just what a crappy thing to do, to go on someone's porch, grab their stuff. You have no idea what they needed that thing for. You know what I mean? It's just like,
I think it's got to be drugs.
Yeah.
They are smash and grabbers without smashing and grabbing.
I wish
grabbing.
all of them slipped down the steps and like bashed their head.
Yeah, 2/3 of people say that it's happened to them more than once. But 81% of the people say they have gotten refunds for their stolen package. That's and the value is about $136 average of what's been stolen. And I think that's a great move. If it's Amazon saying we'll give you a refund, really smart move on Amazon's part, because the last thing they want is people to stop ordering online and getting deliveries.
Oh, for sure.
So
they're going to be making so much money off of that.
I think it's a brilliant idea to go, look, we'll take care of it. We're really sorry this happened to you, rather than go, well, hey, we delivered it. It's not our fault.
Do you think if it's become such an issue that it might get to the point where like they provide you an Amazon like delivery box outside of your house, like where it's like this, like almost like a safe, like a
like a portable locker, like they have the Amazon lockers,
right? Like something that like they you bolt down. And they open it with their code thing, with their little scanner, and then they put whatever the stuff is in that thing. I don't know if that ever is going to happen or if it already is.
They do have some I've seen at Costco where it's like they can lift it up, and I think there's a certain way they do it, but it's specifically made for delivery boxes.
Oh, nice.
I think they were like $60 once I saw them at Costco, but I haven't seen them again.
I can almost see it getting to the point where it's like, hey, you join Amazon Prime and you get a safe for free or something. You know what I mean? Like you get that for as long as you keep the membership.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, especially if it's a heavy thing. But I mean, imagine how heavy that's going to have to be so that they won't take that. I mean,
it'd have to be bolted down.
Yeah, exactly. So it's got to be bolted down or in some way, shape, or form, unbreakable.
Or they provide also then a little person to stand there and just like, on guard.
Tony Cox, they're going to get like Bad Santa's elf, and he's going to stand right there. All right,
with a machete.
A little person with a machete. Okay.
I don't know why it has to be a little person. It could be Vicky.
I was going to say, I'm available for hire if you get me a machete.
Yeah.
That's still a little person. I mean, Vicky.
Only because they could be inside the box.
That would be great.
Would that freak somebody out?
A lot of you guys don't remember this, but it was one of the greatest scenes in the James Bond movie when Knick Knack jumped out of the suitcase at the end. It was the man with the golden gun. And, I mean, he opens up the suitcase, and Knick Knack jumps out and starts fighting James Bond. One of the greatest, you think he's fine. He survived everybody had to fight all the bad guys, and then he's like, relaxing on the train, and Knick Knack jumps out of an overhead briefcase. Oh, that's still one of my favorite scenes ever. If you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube. It's got to be there.
Oh, that's the only way I've seen it. I've only seen clips of that. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen that clip, and it's every time I see it, I still jump.
It is fantastic. Oh, it's the greatest. I think you're right. We just get a little person to basically be inside, and and then they jump out if somebody tries to take your boxes.
Well, they do that thing now where I see like you could have it like set up so that they have a code that they could open up your garage door and put the package inside your garage and then close the door again. I don't think I don't think I can do that. I think that's you're just opening yourself up for a potential disaster.
I'm picturing the day where, you know how they have the doggy doors with the leash that lets your pet in if they have the little Cody leash? I'm picturing like we're going to live in a world where we're going to have doggy doors, but for your packages. So they'll have a code or whatever, and they'll just slide the package into your house.
Oh, that scares me, though, because, people can hack stuff. I don't know if I like that.
Or what if you get the little person on the wrong side of the tracks, and then they're able to get inside the house?
Like me.
Yeah,
I don't think the little person idea is going to come to fruition, so I don't think we have to worry about making that hack-proof, Steve.
Fair.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
At Seattle Credit Union, we believe in our communities and the people we serve. The path to U.S. citizenship can be expensive, which is why we offer citizenship loans to cover the costs associated with this process. We also offer a fee-based alternative for each citizen loan type for people who would prefer not to pay any interest. Visit seattlecu.com to learn more, or give us a call at 855-575-9352 to speak with a friendly loan expert to get started today. Seattle Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Let's talk about Spencer. Spencer's a dude from North Carolina, and he was very happy because he reached an agreement to sell his 2020 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. And
that sounds expensive right off the bat.
Right? Yeah. And the deal was done. He was supposed to hand over the keys on yesterday, as a matter of fact, but unfortunately, on Monday afternoon, Spencer decided to take out his Corvette for one last hurrah, and he decided to gun this baby, see how fast he could go. And, he lost control. Car drove off the road into a ditch, and it flipped onto its side.
Answering the question, it can go very fast.
Yeah, and the picture is just epic. It is
at least
on
the
its
blinker's
side.
still working.
Yeah, and it is done. It's a total wreck.
Gosh.
Starting price of $60,000.
Oh, it's not that much.
Yeah.
Well,
Spencer
I bet
wasn't
insurance covers that, right?
Yeah, sure it does. Yeah. He's lost out on a lot. I don't think insurance will cover anything for him at all. He's not hurt, so no medical bills, but the sale is off, of course. The car is destroyed. Insurance won't give him any dough. And these cars are highly sought after. So Danny was saying, starting at $60,000. I wonder if that's where it was going, or even higher.
It had to be higher. I bet with all the bells and whistles. I mean, a lot of times that doesn't include like anything. Yeah. You want air conditioning? All right, here's another $10,000 to it.
Yeah, we don't. We don't know the final cost of the car that he was. The price he was going to get for it. But now he's getting nothing. Good day, sir. And on top of it all, too, he was charged with reckless driving. So, yeah.
Oh, insult to injury.
Boy, that is a really, really stupid thing to do. I mean, you break something and, you're done. I mean, in every way, shape, or form, that couldn't have been worse.
I mean, you just wanted one last ride.
Yeah. I mean, but the ride, like a reasonable ride, maybe you go on the freeway, maybe you try to go up to, I don't know, whatever's reasonable in those cars.
Yeah, pull up alongside some honeys, honk the horn, give them a what's up. You don't need to go fast.
I don't need to be in the ditch sideways.
What's up, honeys? You like my car?
Yeah. See, that so he...
That didn't work.
Yeah. Well, I think it would in that car. I tell you, when I drove the Tesla test drive, everybody looked at me like I was a somebody.
Or they're like, how did this guy get his hands on that vehicle?
Either way, I was getting looked at. Nobody looks at me in the normal cars I drive. They don't even care about
Is that
me.
car stolen?
Look at that old guy in that car. What is he doing in that?
Yeah, what's he compensating for?
Must be like an IT guy or something for a major company.
Well, you're telling really great stories about me, actually.
Well, it's funny because, that's my mom. She really wants, another sports car. I'm like, Mom, you're 70.
Why?
I don't know why you want this. You need to be in a Camry, not in a, because Camrys are awesome. But she wants, like the 2-seater yellow.
Let her
with, like,
do it.
racing
Yeah, don't
stripes.
box your mom in. Let her be free.
She can do whatever she wants. I'm just saying you're going to get weird looks, not for the reason you want
Danny,
to get weird looks.
I'm with you, Danny.
I'll be
At
like, what's
70
up,
years-
honeys?
Yeah.
What's up, honey?
Yeah. No, you don't need a high-performance vehicle that you could actually wrap around. I'm with Danny. You got to get a tank that will protect you.
I mean, as long as I'm not saying get it and drive irresponsibly, but if mom wants a nice, sweet ride and wants to drive something that you feel like it's not really appropriate for her, what does it matter?
Well, yeah, it's not so much it's appropriate, but it is. You don't get better. You don't become a better driver as you get older. That phenomenon I've never seen happen in my
True.
life. Where the older you get, the better driver you are. So here's a faster car for you. There you go.
Oh, that'd be so great if she's on the freeway and someone's like right behind her, like, what is this person doing 50 miles per hour in the passing lane? And then you get next to her and it's a 70-year-old mom who's riding like this like nice like high-end sports vehicle. And you're just like, what in the hell is going on right here? Did she steal it from her son?
Yeah, really. Oh man, it is. I think Danny, be careful of that.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Danny, let your mom do it. Linda, do it.
Just do
it. Now, at some point, the children have to take over. They've got to go, no, bad idea, parent. Don't listen to Steve and Rev, who, they don't, it's not their parent. They don't care.
My mom, well, she doesn't know how to drive, so that'd be a whole other conversation. But if she did know how to drive and wanted to ride in a Corvette, I'd be like, go for it, Mom.
Son, I got a new car. Wait, don't you need a driver's license?
Doesn't matter. No one will know. I'm really old.
Yeah. Oh, man. So this Corvette owner went for one last drive after selling it and then wrecked it, losing out on the sale, getting charged with reckless driving. Based on this, we want to know, when were you responsible for massive damage? When did you break or damage something expensive, and how? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Jason and Lacey, you are on the Rock.
Hey, morning, guys.
Morning, JC. What you JC and Lacey.
JC.
Hey, JC and Lacey. Jason, what you got for us, buddy?
When I was about 18, 19, a buddy of mine and I, we ruined a golf course in Palm Springs.
A whole golf course?
Yeah, we basically went to visit a friend who lived on the course. We got drunk, as usual. We stole their golf cart, and about 1 a.m, we drove all over the entire course on the fairway, on the greens, and it was around the wintertime, so it was really wet. So the tires just kind of dug in, and we left tire marks over the entire thing.
Oh, damn, dude. Did they ever find out it was your buddy's friends?
Well, they did, because you know the tee markers where you tee from, the little blocks, the colored ones.
Oh yeah.
We stole those and we replanted them in her front yard.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not a giveaway.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, dude. So she's sitting there going, "These are my idiot friends." Because those homes on golf courses, I mean, those are some good homes, and they ain't cheap. And so she's just like, "Oh, do I look like I am just the loser of the neighborhood?" Mm-hmm. Did she have to pay for all that?
Well, because, obviously they're upper class, she told the security guys that she denied it, that she didn't do it. Why would she do something like that?
Some
and so
troublemakers
we got away with it.
Oh, so basically she was like, "Can you believe what some hoodlums did to my front yard?" Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty, yeah, I guess you're right. That's pretty brilliant.
What kind of security is here? I pay good money to live in this development.
Yep.
Damn. Wow, so she got off the hook. That's wild. Well, I think now, though, with all the security cameras and everything, yeah, I think that would, you couldn't get away with that these days.
Well, why did those hoodlums come into your house and have a beer with you?
Yeah, what was that about? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Jay in Olympia. Jay, you are on the Rock. Hello, Jay.
Jay.
I feel like I hear it.
Hey.
There he is. Jay, is that you?
Yeah, hey, sorry about that. Let me take you off the speaker 1 second. I apologize.
Not a problem, Jay.
worries,
you do what you got to do, because normally the phone screener takes care of this, but that's all right. We don't.
Yeah, he was doing his job. I can't blame him.
Oh, you really
That was my
can't?
fault.
All right. Well, I'm going to blame him anyway.
Personal
all right, so,
accountability.
Jay, how about massive damage? What were you responsible for? What'd you do?
So back in 2008, I accidentally lit a smoke bomb off in a movie theater in Astoria, Oregon.
accidentally lit a smoke bomb off?
Accidentally. You wouldn't believe it even after I tell you, so I guess it's up in the air afterwards, but I'll tell you what did happen. 2008, it's the 4th of July. The Love Guru was out, and
all right.
We were in Astoria, and in the city limits of Astoria, you cannot buy fireworks you cannot use or buy fireworks that shoot above 6 feet. It's just city ordinance.
Okay.
And so we crossed the bridge over into Washington to go to the reservation to get the good stuff, right? Well, on the way back, we decided we were going to, hit up a little, hit the town, I guess, a little bit. We went and we picked up fake mustaches, fake cigarettes, it's all sorts of stuff that, you'd pick up and find interesting when you're a 16-year-old who doesn't, use drugs or anything.
Oh, okay. So you were a teenager. All right.
Yep, teenager. Yes, sir. Yep, 16 years old. I was with my cousin, her boyfriend at the time, and his best friend. And those are all good people still to this day that I keep in touch with. But, we went to go see The Love Guru with little fake disguises on. No real intent other than to just be dorks. And we get into the movie theater, and I had the fireworks in my backpack. And I also had all the snacks. And believe it or not, during the the trailers sequence of the movie, I had forgotten that there were fireworks in there, but I did have a lighter for one odd reason and wanted to see what snacks I was trying to sneak out of my backpack and be all casual.
Okay. It's like out of a movie.
Yeah. And so I go down there and I sneak a little trying to figure out if I can get a snack, and I hear a and everyone, so we got lucky. It was a matinee for The Love Guru. No one else was in that movie theater except for us. But yeah, it turned into an S show, that's for sure. Got kicked out of the movie theater while simultaneously being told that we were supposed to stay because, possible damages, that kind of stuff. I ended up with burns all over my manhood, too, trying to put that thing out. What I accidentally lit was a exploding smoke bomb.
How many times do I have to tell you not to put out fireworks with your junk?
Yeah, why would you use your junk to put the fire out?
It was the first thing. I was sitting down in the seat, and it was lit in my hand, and I dipped it in my drink, and apparently it was like a waterproof fuse or something. I don't know. I couldn't put it out. I tried to smother it. I ended up burning holes in my pants. It was the only reason I didn't get charged with vandalism was because the cop saw I was trying to put it out with my body, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah, if I'm a cop, I'm like, you're trying to put it out with your junk? All right.
Yeah,
sir.
I guess you're really, yeah.
I mean, The Love Guru, that's the one with Mike Myers, right?
Yes.
So even if there were people in the theater, you would have done them a favor if you had to evacuate. I heard that movie was terrible.
There is that, yeah. Well,
it was a little more entertaining than the movie itself, I'd have to say. Not to pass on Mike Myers like that, but yeah, never actually saw the thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, the smoke got in the way, and well, there you go. Another good reason why, you know what, the phones that we have in our pockets, man, you're not gonna light up a smoke bomb when you're using your phone flashlight.
Not unless you get unlucky and your phone explodes in your pocket.
Well, you have to get one of those older
right?
ones. Yeah,
that's happened to some people.
Oh yeah.
How about the person said when I was 6 or 7, I watched my dad change tires on the car for the first time. I thought it was so cool, so I wanted to do it too. So later in the day, I grabbed my dad's jack and tried to jack the truck up. I didn't block the wheels, and the truck was parked on a slight incline.
Oh, boy.
I almost ran myself over, but I didn't. But the truck did roll into our garage and busted through the door.
There we go.
Being a kid did not save my ass from that belt that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I would have been out of my mind. So yeah, that would have been like,
you think?
This kid is such a 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. Let's go to Lacey in Federal Way. Lacey, you are on the Rock.
Hi,
Lacey. How about you? When did you break something expensive?
It was my new boyfriend's Mercedes. We had just started dating. We were dating for a couple weeks, and he went to Vegas with his friends over the weekend. And he left me with his Mercedes, and I drove it to work, and I totaled it.
Oh.
How did you total it?
Somebody crossed over the center line and hit me and caused me to run into two other cars. It was a mess. Air baits deployed, just completely like a pop can. So I didn't want to tell him and ruin his vacation, so I didn't. And I was going to wait until he got home, but his insurance company called him and told him.
Oh.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's
so I got a call, thinking answering the phone like everything's okay, and I'm still keeping the secret. And he's like, what's going on? You know, just.
And you're like, fine, everything's fine, man. You know what I really like? I just took a nice drive in that Mercedes today. What a beautiful car.
So did the relationship last after that, or was that like the deal breaker?
Oh, yeah, no, we're still together. He was just, he took it really well.
He's a keeper.
Yeah.
He was just glad that I was okay, so.
And it wasn't really her fault. I mean, imagine if she was like the dude in the Corvette and just gunned it all over the place and then wrecked the car.
Right.
Maybe the relationship would be over, but it wasn't really her fault.
Still awful timing.
Well, would you want
if I wasn't drinking.
Would you want to know if like you're on vacation and something like that happened,
No.
like your car?
Nothing can get done while I'm on vacation, so I had that stress. I think she did the right thing.
It's tough because
stupid insurance has to call him.
You'd hate to, I also hate coming home from a vacation because I got to get back to real life. And that would be a beating to walk into that as well. I'm not sure if I'd want to know or not know. I guess still it's better not to know. At least I had some fun.
I mean, both ways is going to suck, but I might as well have some fun and come back on a high and then come crashing down.
Yeah.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Right now on the Odyssey app, download No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith on some of his latest podcasts.
Oh, yeah, I sat down with Draymond Green and we got into everything in regards to Jordan Poole and what happened between those two. I also had a hilarious conversation with Bill Maher on the state of politics in today's day and age, and Elon Musk, of all people, of course. Plus, I had to talk about my feelings on the whole Rihanna, Beyonce brouhaha.
No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith. Get it today on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Right now on the Odyssey app, download No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith on some of his latest podcasts.
Oh, yeah, I sat down with Draymond Green and we got into everything in regards to Jordan Poole and what happened between those two. I also had a hilarious conversation with Bill Maher on the state of politics in today's day and age, and Elon Musk, of all people, of course. Plus, I had to talk about my feelings on the whole Rihanna, Beyonce brouhaha.
No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith. Get it today on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Right now on the Odyssey app, download No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith on some of his latest podcasts.
Oh, yeah, I sat down with Draymond Green and we got into everything in regards to Jordan Poole and what happened between those two. I also had a hilarious conversation with Bill Maher on the state of politics in today's day and age, and Elon Musk, of all people, of course. Plus, I had to talk about my feelings on the whole Rihanna, Beyonce brouhaha.
No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith. Get it today on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The idea of owning a home felt like a pipe dream.
That's BECU member Leandra talking about her home buying experience.
So we went to BECU where I met our mortgage advisor, Lauren, and she was like, this is what we're going to do. This is how you buy a home.
As a not-for-profit credit union, BECU helps members find the right home loan to meet their needs. Learn more at becu.org/home loans. BECU, power in people. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS ID 490518. Members were compensated for participation. Nobody likes keeping track of a wallet full of credit cards with complicated rewards categories. And BECU members like Heather don't have to.
With this card, I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just use it and pay it. It's pretty simple.
Keep things simple with the Cashback Visa from BECU. No more confusing categories, no more blackout dates. Just 1.5% cash back on every purchase. BECU, power in people. Member compensated for participation. Cash advances and cash-like transactions do not qualify as purchases. Contact BECU at 800-233-2328 for current product and rate information.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. So you know the Cheesecake Factory. They got nearly 3 dozen cheesecakes on their menu.
3 dozen?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I gotta go to their menu and see. Of course, they have like a billion things in it. Their menu is like the size of a novel.
So huge.
Yeah. And there's a guy, his name is Vince. He went to one of the locations recently, and he was like, you know what? I would like all of your cheesecakes, please. He ordered a slice of all 35 of the Cheesecake Factory cheesecakes.
Oh, so it's like going to dinner with BJ.
Pretty much. Yeah. What does like a one cheesecake cost?
Oh, probably like $6, I would imagine.
You think more?
Yeah, that's it. I'm with Vicky. It's got to be. He probably spent between I would say $275 and $350 on this.
Under $10 for a slice, though.
Yeah,
we
I
would say, right?
So,
yeah, somewhere between I'd say $6 and $10.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a lot of dough. I would see it. So he didn't finish every slice. So that because I think that you would explode. There's no way you can eat 35 slices of cheesecake.
Could you imagine that? People working there just like, dude, you're going to be in a lot of pain if you do this.
But he did this because he wanted to taste test each one to make a comprehensive ranking of the cheesecakes. And he said none were bad.
I hope not. It's the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. He didn't have a taste for it, but, it wasn't like they were bad. He says he's not a huge chocolate person. Wow, he's like Danny. Okay.
And me, I'm not a big chocolate guy, especially with cheesecake. I don't want a chocolate cheesecake.
In the end, he gave the top honors to the Dulce de Leche caramel cheesecake.
All right.
The runner-up was lemon meringue, followed by, well, of course, key lime.
No, of course.
Then tiramisu and the French strawberry cheesecake rounded out his top 5.
I'm looking at that Dulce de Leche caramel cheesecake, and it looks right up my alley. It's a caramel cheesecake topped with caramel mousse and an almond brickle on a vanilla crust. Almond brickle was my nickname in college.
Oh, yeah.
The old almond brickle's coming out tonight.
Oh, it does look good.
It does look great.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never I won't turn cheesecake down if it's the only dessert, but, because I'm not a huge fan, but, those flavors sound amazing.
They have a pineapple upside down cheesecake.
I saw that. I would try that.
Yeah, me both.
Yeah, I did not know that they had that going on. I'd try that. The original, which is just their original cheesecake, came in at 11th on his list. And his least favorite, well, not surprising since he doesn't like chocolate, would be the Godiva chocolate cheesecake. It's hard for me because of the fact that, depending upon what you do in what order, there is a sweetness thing. And once you taste something that's sweeter than something else, you really can appreciate the least sweet thing.
Oh, he had a piece of ginger in between each bite.
Did he really?
No, I'm kidding. That would be awesome if he did.
But like
really
a cup
need
of coffee
to.
or something like that, like a sip each time would help a lot, I feel.
Yeah, you really. I mean, I learned this from the great Tom Colicchio from Top Chef. You really have to be sure what you're eating so that you do not basically, you don't overpower your mouth to the point that you can't taste something really good because you've had something that was overly salty or overly sweet. And so it ruins you being able to really tell if something is tasty if it's less than that.
So I like this person who texted in and says, that guy's an idiot. Oreo cheesecake should be number 1. Actually, a lot of people are texting about the Oreo cheesecake being the best at the Cheesecake Factory.
Interesting.
I'm looking at one of them. It's Adam's Peanut Butter Cup Fudge Ripple Cheesecake, and that looks like trouble.
Well, it's got the chocolate, though. That's his problem.
Yeah, but it also has got like the regular cheesecake in there as well. It looks like it's just a mishmash of everything. I would eat that right now.
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't like it. I'm just saying that I feel like just with the Oreo is also chocolatey. Maybe that's, maybe the chocolate just puts him off and he's not going to give it the ranking.
Looking at this list, the salted caramel cheesecake, that's my jam right there.
Yeah, that one looks good too.
It is interesting that he doesn't like chocolate and is doing this. Like, you should be a connoisseur of all like things sweet at that point. That's
I'm
like
with
me
Danny.
being like, I don't like pineapple pizza, but I'm going to go and try all the pizzas, and I'm going to put pineapple pizza last on my list. Well, of course I am, because I don't like pineapple.
It's like having all those fancy pants movie critics try and review like a dumb American Pie-like movie.
Right.
You're like, dude, you don't like this style of movie. Why are you even reviewing it?
It makes no sense.
Apparently,
So
this
what you're
is
saying
not
is
the
we
first
need-
time he did this.
Oh, he's done.
He's done it with other foods. He's done it with tacos as well. So he'll try and sample like Alfredo sauces. He has like marinara sauces. This is a thing he does.
But he's just a schmuck, right? Who's just trying to basically.
He's a writer.
He's a writer. I guess he writes for Uprock. So I got to imagine they're sending him to do these things,
Yeah.
or he's pitching these ideas and they're paying for. I would hope they're paying
And
for
if you
it.
boil it down, aren't we just all schmucks anyway?
Yeah,
I know I
Well,
am.
I will say this. I mean, look, and I know I'm going to sound like it off my lawn guy, but just
Too late.
because somebody tells you go out and cover this, if you're not really an expert in it at all, then what's the point? Like Danny said, it's like you don't like chocolate and you're giving us, oh, here's the best cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory. It's like, what? You're an idiot. Why? I mean, you don't like chocolate. I mean, it doesn't.
But
So you know.
I don't know if he's morally opposed to chocolate. I'm sure if like he liked the chocolate, he would give it props.
I think that's the problem. He doesn't like chocolate, so there's no way chocolate's going to be good for him. Like the Godiva chocolate or the Oreo or any of that, like the peanut butter mashup you said, he's not going to give that the proper review because he just doesn't like that flavor.
One text says, if you don't like a prominent thing in a dessert, you don't deserve to rank stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The chocolate lovers are coming in through the text line.
Oh my goodness, people!
If you don't
simmer
like
down.
chocolate, then his list is tainted.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like why should we even pay attention to this guy?
Why
like
should
Vicky
we do
said.
anything?
How can you accurately judge the cheesecake if you don't like chocolate?
Yeah, I'm with these
See,
people.
I don't like chocolate, so I'm all on board with his. I don't hate chocolate. I'm not getting a chocolate cheesecake. I think that's just a terrible idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. And especially
I will tell you this.
The Oreo one has like full on Oreos inside. I'm like, I don't need that.
This
That
is
sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I mean, he did rank tiramisu as number 4, and there's chocolate in that, as well as like white
See?
chocolate raspberry truffle for 6, and ultimate red velvet for
He ain't too
7.
proud to show some love to a chocolate cheesecake.
Ultimate red velvet. I mean, what is in is there chocolate? I mean, I guess there is.
Yeah, red velvet cake is chocolate.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, well, how much of it is in the cake? Is
It
that
looks like a decent amount, like
About a
half an
third
hour.
of it.
yeah, look at that.
If not
Yeah.
more, yeah.
Ah, interesting. All right, so he did go up.
Maybe he's too stupid to know that red velvet is chocolate.
Boom.
You know what? It's very
Yep,
possible.
there it is.
It's very, very possible.
I've been guilty of that.
Yeah, very, very possible. Yeah.
I was
This
today
reminds-
years old when I found out that red velvet. No, I'm kidding.
I kind of did the same thing in Albuquerque when I was like the danger boy of my old show. They sent me and they made me do a pie. There's this chain called Village Inn, and they were known for their pies.
Oh, Village Inn is awesome.
So I had
Yeah.
to go to each Village Inn in Albuquerque. Spoiler alert, there was 14 of them, and have
Whoa.
a different slice of pie at each place.
Uh-huh.
Tasty.
And what were you supposed to do? Say which Village Inn was the best?
No, I'd just say which one I liked the best because it was National Pie Day. So it was like I'd call in and check in and be like, I'm on my 6th piece of pie.
Did you eat the whole pie?
I did. I ate all 13 pieces or 14 pieces.
Was that
of
part
pie.
of the agreement? You had to eat the whole pie, or was that just you being like, screw it, I'm going to eat the whole pie?
No, they were like, we want to see, because I used to talk about how much I like to eat. So they would just be like, oh, well, if you like to eat so much, National Pie Day, why don't you go do it? And I was like, all right, I'm doing it. Honestly, my favorite one was the strawberry rhubarb.
Huh.
Which was weird, but I really liked that
Wow,
one
that
for
is
some reason.
yeah. I wouldn't pick that as what I would think would be your favorite pie.
Was that earlier in the endeavor, or towards? Because I feel like whatever you eat towards the end is going to just be trash.
Well,
because you're just so full, it doesn't matter.
Fair. And I think that was like number 9 or 10. And when I got to the 14th store, Village Inn had heard that I was coming, and they just put out an entire spread of pies, and I was like, I'm not eating all those. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Just
Thank
had
you,
one.
Village Inn.
I know, it was awesome.
Oh man. Oh, I see. I never got to do cool stuff like that when I was a danger boy.
No, go to Cheesecake Factory.
All they wanted to do was just beat you up. That's all they really wanted to do. It wasn't anything good like that. Oh. Well,
I sure as hell like to try a bunch of these pies. So I mean, these cheesecakes. Okay. Somebody said that this list doesn't matter because cheesecake is trash. I don't know. I don't know if I could trust someone who doesn't like cheesecake.
I don't, but I still,
that's why I don't trust you.
But I won't. But I'll also eat it. It's like it's not my favorite, but I won't throw it in the trash.
But it's also dessert.
It's so creamy and awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think it's just because of the cheese, but it's funny because I like cannolis. So, I mean, it's ricotta cheese, so I don't know why. But again, if it's there, I'm going to have it. A good cheesecake is tasty. It's just not my favorite.
So what's next? Are they going to send a vegan reviewer to go to a steakhouse?
Yeah,
I hope so. That'd be great.
See, this is where Rev and I disagree. Rev and I's like, you don't need experts. Let people do what they want. And I'm like, I just, if you're going to do something,
it doesn't hurt anybody for having him try all of these.
See, you and I disagree. I just feel like, what's the point? Why should I waste my eyes on a video of an idiot who doesn't even like chocolate going to taste? I mean, in a way, it seems kind of funny. Oh yeah, I don't like this, so I'm going to go give you the rankings of what's the best. So.
But I think it's fun because it just gets you thinking about like all the different types of cheesecakes you do want to try. Like, I don't care about this guy's opinion. Whatever. I don't even know this guy. Like, I don't know what his tastes are. So why would I listen to him telling me what cheesecake to eat? But like, what it's gotten me doing is now I'm on the Cheesecake Factory's website and I'm like the Rev and I'm like, this salted caramel cheesecake looks amazing.
Right?
I don't even know where it ranked on his list.
I don't care where it ranked, but I'm glad to know about it.
And I respect that I hope that he convinced his company to pay for this entire experience.
Yeah. Oh, they better have. If he's writing for Uprocks, they better. Otherwise, what's he doing?
Because what a great job to show up and be like, I'd like one of all of your cheesecakes, and here's my company card to pay for it.
Yeah.
Someone said that their cheesecakes are at least $10 a slice.
Oh, okay.
They used to
then.
work there. They said you're not getting a cheesecake for under $10.
Yeah,
so there's
after tax
$350.
specifically, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a $350 adventure, just like that, getting all 35 slices.
Be better if he didn't even tell Broxton and he showed up and he wanted it expensed. And like, why do you want to expense $300? Like, I wrote an article about it. All right, fine.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
The idea of owning a home felt like a pipe dream.
That's BECU member Leandra talking about her home buying experience.
So we went to BECU where I met our mortgage advisor, Lauren, and she was like, this is what we're going to do. This is how you buy a home.
As a not-for-profit credit union, BECU helps members find the right home loan to meet their needs. Learn more at becu.org/home loans. BECU, power in people. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS ID 490518. Members were compensated for participation.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A high school senior in Illinois recently pulled off the greatest Rickroll prank of all time.
Uh-oh.
Now, if you don't know, Rickroll, of course, is when you trick someone into watching Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up video. But he didn't just trick one person. As his senior prank, he managed to Rickroll his entire school district at once. The entire school district.
See, at least I can respect that. Because at first when I saw this story, I was just like, are we not done with this Rickrolling thing? Has it not like run its course? And even if we like Rickrolled the whole school, I'd be like, all right, that's like 10 years too late, but cool. But the fact that he was able to pull it off and do the entire school district is pretty clever.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man. I mean, this guy, he used hacking abilities to get it done. That's why this is nuts, that he was able to hack into their network, the entire school district, and then played the video on every television screen and projector at 6 different schools.
He even had a countdown clock going before it would start.
Yeah.
So like every television in every school was just like waiting, probably like, what the hell is this countdown for?
And here's how it sounded when the entire district was Rickrolled.
All right, we've got some kind of, I don't know, please stand by for an important announcement.
Stand by. That's a bird.
They overtook our projector.
Teacher's like, what the F's going on? He's like looking like, who did this and why are we watching this right now?
Yeah, I wonder if he was aware that that's a Rickroll. You know what I mean? If the
He
teacher,
got to. He looked youngish.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully he was clued into that. It happened at 10:55 a.m. on April 30th. All the TVs, all the projectors in every class in all the schools of the district turned on. And the district has a blue box. It's called a Vidia player connected to every TV that lets you turn it on and off remotely and control what plays. That's how he did it. He hacked into that system.
Yeah, because when he did it, I remember people were like, what the hell's going on? And until, like, you know, someone wants their credit for all that hard work, he put up a giant blog post that explained all of it. And I thought that was kind of fascinating. And then he even said, like, other students were in cahoots with them, and they called it Operation Big Rick.
That's why he didn't get in trouble, dude, is because he did release all that information. Because they probably, I mean, they're like, what the F? And he's like, here's how I did it. Here's the whole way. And eventually the director of the technology said, dude, thank you. You actually showed us a flaw in our system that we did not realize. And how about this? He's now at the University of Illinois, this student, studying cybersecurity. There he goes.
Makes sense. If someone's going to be able to know how to do it, it's that guy. I think one of the funnier parts, too, was like sometimes it's like, okay, that joke's whatever. But if someone keeps a joke going over and over and over, it starts getting funny again. And then when class let out, instead of like the school bell saying, hey, class is over, he was able to figure out a way to make it so that he rickrolled everybody at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it was like, school's done. And instead of a bell going off, it was Rick Astley's never going to give you up again.
Oh, this kid, man. I'm glad he's working on our side.
For now.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Until the bad guys offer him more money. I've seen these movies, BJ.
You're right. They'll go to that college and go, hey, buddy, how would you like to work for a real organization and make real money? Yeah, that's nuts.
If you're Rick Astley, when you read these stories, because I'm sure he gets hip to these. Anytime something like this happens, I'm sure somebody tags him. He's going to be like, what in the hell? Like, at one point, like, he had to think, what has my life become? Like, I've become this giant prank tool.
Yeah. I mean, look, good luck to him, though, because would anybody care about Rick Astley if not for that?
No.
Yeah. So I hope he realizes that, he's extended his shelf life and, hell, he's performing at his own bar and people seem to be liking it. So whatever, I mean, I hope he's enjoying it.
I think he fully is. I think, I mean, I'm sure when he gets a paycheck for certain things that he's just like, my career continues because of somebody who thought it was funny to prank people with my song.
Yeah. Man. I'm a little
it's
worried.
Not like you're really making fun of Rick Astley with it, too. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's the butt of the joke. It's just somehow his song became this random way to prank people. But nobody's like, hey, your song sucks or people are crapping on the song. I mean, whether you like it or not, that's up to you. But, like, it's never been about making fun of Rick Astley for this prank.
I don't know why they chose his song for way back in the day, but yeah, it's transcended like or hate the song or transcended whatever anybody's true intentions were. It just makes you smile. Mm-hmm. It's a prank that doesn't hurt anybody and has helped out a dude's career, by keeping him in the news.
At least that guy, it's a harmless prank. Someone just said I had a college roommate that was able to hack into people's debit and credit cards and drained a couple of ATMs.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of in life. That's the thing, man. The government, and as far as our security and how we do our stuff, that doesn't make me feel the greatest, especially like when we had that big scam where people took all the, the checks and all the stimulus money that we were supposed to have in Seattle, and somebody from Africa, was it, or somewhere?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, somewhere. It was some other country where they just came in and defrauded this, the Washington state government. It was like, okay, because they could get into our computer systems. It's like, all right. And now you got this kid hacking into that. It's like, if a high school kid could do this, how safe are we? We got to take a look at our stuff, man.
You say if a high school kid could do this, dude, that's just, I mean, the older we get, the dumber we get with technology. I mean,
Totally.
the time to learn and be good at anything with like technology and computers really is when you're in your teens.
Oh, so you mean it's going to get worse for me? It's just like a child's going to be able to mess up my life technologically?
I 100% believe that, yes.
Oh, no, don't say that. Skynet is coming. Maybe you were right.
Well, you think about like when we were, just figuring out video games, how to like crack codes and do all that stuff. Like that was like no problem. I mean, it wasn't like easy, but like you were willing to put in that effort and that energy into it. Now it's just like, I don't have time for this crap. Like, just show me how my phone works. You know what I mean? Whereas someone else will be able to figure out everything because you're just young and you're full of that excitement to crack the code.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, I've got some people going, you got that new iPhone, man, you're going to be able to do A, B, C, D, and E. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to say, hi, this is BJ. How are you? That's what I'm going to do with that. And I'm going to go to Facebook. That's
and then think about when they make a change on it. You're like, your whole world gets confused.
Oh, yeah.
Like when we did the Apple update, like Danny and I were talking about, I'm like, how the hell now my search engine thing's on the bottom of my phone, not on the top? Yeah. And luckily it was like easy to figure out how to switch that. But honestly, it was easy because Danny mentioned how he had to figure it out. And I'm like, well, what did you do? I'm like, cool, I'll do that too. But it's like, it was working just fine the way it was. Why'd you have to change it? Did you just change it for the sake of changing it?
I figured it out just because of my fingers. Like, it's because it's easier to type instead of having to put your finger all the way up here to click on it. It's already down here.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Maybe I'll switch it back. Danny, how do we do this?
That's a really good point. Yeah, because if you're a thumb
right there.
if you're a thumb typer, why do you want to go all the way to the top of the screen if you don't need to? Oh,
Right,
look
because my
at that.
pinky's not big enough to hold the phone that way.
By the way, Vicky is a lot younger than you are, so maybe that's why she figured it out pretty quickly.
Danny didn't figure it out. You're about the same age.
Well, yeah, Danny's an idiot. Danny's an idiot. I mean, let's
he figured it out before anyone else.
Yeah, whatever. Vicky knew why they did it. Danny was just like, I don't like it.
I don't like it personally because I just kept putting in different addresses.
Yeah,
I kept hitting it by accident.
All right. Well, you know what, Danny? Maybe you're an old man living in a young person's body. Maybe there's that.
I thought that was Vicky.
I know. It seems like you're right, Vicky. It seems like she'd be the one to have trouble with it. But, when it comes to tech, it seems like Vic is still keeping up.
I'm like a weird combo of a grandma and a 12-year-old boy.
All right.
And I'm okay with it.
Boy, that is a very weird combo.
Yeah, that's a weird way to put that, but I mean,
wow.
I suggest not using that for your bio on Tinder.
Actually, I really want to. I want to get Tinder and use it for my bio just to see what happens.
Oh,
you're gonna get some interesting
what kind
swipes.
What kind of fetish person do you want that's like grandma and a 12-year-old boy? You're my kind of girl.
I have the humor of a 12-year-old boy. That's why I laugh every time Steve farts.
Nice.
And I like to stay home and work on my crafts on Saturday night.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much
that explains it all real quick.
All right, there you go. I'm sure there's somebody looking for that. Put it out there, Vicky.
And I like dinner at 4:00.
All right, well, I will tell you right now, I like that myself. I have to say, it's taken me a while to convince my wife that let's do the 4:00 dinner. And she's like, but we're not old. And I'm like, finally we are at the age where it seems like it's okay. But when I was doing this 20, 25 years ago, my wife was so pissed. She's like, I don't want to eat with the old people. Why can't we go out with like the regular people?
4:00 dinner sounds great as long as I also get a 7:00 dinner.
Second dinner.
What are you, a hobbit? I mean,
right?
All right, fine.
What the hell am I supposed to do for the rest of the night?
Snack.
And
I
dessert.
can't argue with them. I mean, second breakfast, of course, is the best breakfast. All right.
Wow.
There you go. Well, we've learned a lot about all of us. Yeah. Like, if you just tune into the show, it's a show for grandmas, 12-year-old boys, and people that like to eat.
One of those things, definitely right.
Yeah. That's our show.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Nobody likes keeping track of a wallet full of credit cards with complicated rewards categories. And BECU members like Heather don't have to.
With this card, I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just use it and pay it. It's pretty simple.
Keep things simple with the Cashback Visa from BECU. No more confusing categories, no more blackout dates. Just 1.5% cash back on every purchase. BECU. Power in people. Member compensated for participation. Cash advances and cash-like transactions do not qualify as purchases. Contact BECU at 800-233-2328 for current product and rate information.
Hey moms, you can earn up to $85,000 as a surrogate with Sensible Surrogacy. Being a sensible surrogate is an amazing act. You care for a developing baby whose genetic parents can't carry it themselves. Surrogates transform so many lives. The baby that you care for, the family that you help create, plus your own family will benefit from up to $85,000 in cash and benefits. Be a sensible surrogate. Learn more at sensiblesurrogates.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, but it is Wednesday, and well, then we turn it into Whack It Wednesday.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
And Steve was Mr. Wacky earlier today, making it happen, but it's a new game and a new contestant. We got Chris in Seattle. Chris, are you there?
I am here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Chris will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Chris, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was the last movie that which Bond actor was in?
Sean Connery.
Yes. What #1 hit by Rihanna includes the lyric "Let It Rain"?
Pass.
Computerized axial tomography is better known as what scan?
Pass.
In the 1989 movie Little Monsters starred which America's Got Talent judge?
Howie Mandel.
Yes. What is the busiest holiday of the year for air travel in the U.S.?
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Which singer released the song Wrecking Ball in 2013?
Miley Cyrus.
Yes. Who lives in a garbage can on the TV show Sesame Street?
Oscar the Grouch.
Yes.
Whatever.
In which decade was Elvis Presley born?
20.
No.
30.
Yes. Who reveals the man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz?
Pass.
What type of alcohol is typically used to make a mint julep?
Julep. Rum, vodka.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct.
All righty then.
Yeah, 6 is a pretty good score there.
Could be a nitpick on that Wizard of Oz question. It depends on grammar.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just saying.
Cool story, bro.
Just saying, buddy.
All right, cool.
You know me, that's me. I just love to nitpick, and it could be. It depends. I'll put it forth to the grammar police to see if I'm right or wrong.
Ooh. All right, great. Yeah. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was the last movie that which Bond actor was in?
James Bond.
No.
Wow. Roger Moore?
No.
Pierce Brosnan.
No. What #1 hit by Rihanna includes the lyric "Let It Rain"?
Umbrella.
Yes. Computerized axial tomography is better known as what scan?
The hell am I? CAT.
Yes.
CAT scan.
Yes.
Nice.
The 1989 movie Little Monsters starred which America's Got Talent judge?
Germ guy. Howie Mandel.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is
Harry.
what is the busiest holiday of the year for air travel in the U.S.?
Busiest holiday?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Which singer released the song Wrecking Ball in 2013?
Miley Cyrus.
Yes. Who lives in a garbage can on the TV show Sesame Street?
Oscar the Grouch.
Yes. In which decade was Elvis Presley born?
He was born in the 40s.
No.
30s.
Yes. Who reveals the man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz?
Toto.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You win 8-6.
Yes. Good job. Sorry about that, Chris.
It was a close one, though.
You should have got it.
Oh.
Nope. You should have what? Nope. Now he's gone.
Sorry about that. My bad. He should have got the CAT scan, I think is what he was probably going to say, because I was surprised he just glossed over that and didn't even think, wait a minute, let me try a little abbreviation here.
Yep, exactly. Just hearing the scan thing and then thinking about the letters. That's what worked for Steve, apparently.
Yeah, I was trying to think, I'm like, what in the hell words are you even saying? Then I realized, CAT scan.
Nice.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was the last movie that which Bond actor was in. Chris got this correct. It was Sean Connery.
Yep. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. And then there was one question you didn't get to, so you didn't get that 6-9. What type of alcohol is typically used to make a mint julep?
Ooh. I'm going to go gin.
No.
Damn it. Vodka?
No.
Goldschlager.
Ooh, Goldschlager. No. Oh, my goodness.
It's rum, isn't it?
No. Rum was also said, and that is
You're
not.
thinking a mojito.
Yes.
Oh, right. I always confuse the two.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey.
Yep, it's a whiskey.
It's a whiskey drink.
More closely or more specific would be bourbon.
So dare I ask, what was the nitpicking question going to be about?
Why would you ask that?
Because I was curious.
Well, you actually got the question right, so I feel like then you knew. But I don't think a dog can be called a who. I think a dog is a what.
Why not? He's got a name.
Yeah,
I thought dog is a who. It's a person.
It's a character.
Okay, do you hear yourself just a second, Steve? A dog is not a person.
Yes,
but
it
hey,
is.
A dog is a person.
Lulu's a person.
Lulu is totally a
nouns
person.
Are,
human.
Nouns are person, places, or things, and I mean that's why who I think refers to a person.
A texter
whereas
says
what?
BJ Toto is a who. You ass.
Thank you, texter.
According to the Associated Press style books, it says that animals with names should be referred to as who, but animals without names should be referred to as that or which.
All right,
a squirrel is a that or a which.
All right.
Yeah.
So if they got a name, they're a who. Fair
Yep.
enough.
All right then.
Unless you name the squirrel, and then the squirrel is a who.
I name all my
Yeah.
squirrels.
You dirty who, you.
Dirty.
That's weird because the animal doesn't know that you're naming it or not.
What?
Exactly. That's why it's
Oh,
weird.
like the squirrel? Because
Yeah.
my cats know their names.
Do they really?
Absolutely. Like I can say Carl, and he will turn and look at me, and sometimes go.
Yeah, well, that's true. Mm-hmm. They know the sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. The sounds that make it, and I mean, words are just sounds, so whatever.
Oh, are they really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I wonder if animals have names for us.
Yeah, they do.
Stupid. They probably just say.
Stupid.
Look at you. Look at you picking up my poop.
Yeah.
You stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cats. I'm sure the cats' names for us are not good. That's a fact. Even though we serve the hell out of them, the cats are just, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of cats probably call their own like ass face or something like that.
Yeah, that's about right. That works. Well, I've complained a little bit about how this basically fan service, current generation of making movies and video games. Mass Effect was the game that really illustrated this for me, where they had to change the ending because so many people complained. But I do forget that actually endings to movies have been getting changed for a long time. I forget that they have test screenings. And so as much as I sit there and go, I can't believe they just, listen to the people and don't make the movie they want to make. Turns out that's happened a lot in a lot of older movies that I've watched. So I guess I really can't. It's just they're just using more fans to survey, basically getting to have a giant screening of their movie by just throwing it out there and seeing what people think. Because a lot of endings have been changed.
Legally, isn't it also like movies and TV? Because you hear like certain characters are not back in the next season. The reason they find out is like, oh, it wasn't testing well. Like I think about the show Mom, we were like big fans of, and then it went from having kids to having no kids. Like they went off to dad, and then you find out, oh, the audience testing was saying that the kids weren't really popular, and so they just got rid of the kids, even though the whole premise is them being moms.
Wow.
Yeah, it is funny, but they go, well, people like this show when she's not a mom. So, okay,
Pretty much,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, all right, fine.
We like her mom. We just don't like her being a mom.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve. It is funny when you're just like, what happened to the family? Oh, yeah, they're not there anymore.
It's like, what, like a group of like X amount of people are in a room saying, I don't like that. And they're like, okay, well, we'll make the adjustment.
And that, I mean, they have more people, I suppose, they can get this information in front of to find out. But back then, with some of these movies, they just basically had test screenings. And I don't know how many they did in order to determine if they needed to make a move. But like Legally Blonde, apparently folks did not like the original ending to that, the test screening people, because they really felt like it should have been more epic, because they were just basically the movie ended with Reese Witherspoon and Selma Blair just handing out blonde legal defense fund pamphlets on campus. And folks thought that's really just,
I don't even remember how the movie ended. I know the movie. I've seen the movie a couple of times, but I forgot even how the movie ended.
And believe it ended with her giving her speech at her graduation.
Yes.
And then they give you the little that night he proposed to her.
Right.
The little text on screen.
Yeah, I have to say I like that ending, so I'm glad that the people said, yeah, get rid of it.
I'm a fan of movies that give you like a little blurb after the movie ends to let you know
those are fun.
What the characters are up to for the rest of their life. Like I just like having that kind of closure to know that like Billy has now gone on to become a famous lawyer or something stupid.
Don't ever watch the movie Together then, which I think is a great. I really was surprised. This is a movie with Ed Helms from The Office and from The Hangover. He's the dude that lost the tooth in The Hangover. And Patty Harrison, who I don't know much about, but it is actually a cool movie. But if anybody wants to watch it, I won't say any more. But let's just say the movie doesn't tell you like what Steve says. There's no like here's what everybody's up to.
Right.
Yeah, but the movie is just basically about a dude that wants to have a child, but he doesn't have a woman in his life, and therefore he just hires a surrogate, and then the surrogate carries the baby, and you get to see how they all be with each other for that whole movie, which, is, you think, okay, doesn't sound like it's an exciting movie, but I think, Steve, it's one of those maybe you and the missus might like.
It would have been better if he befriended Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg, and then they become my four dads.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Kid that bad. Yeah,
I see what you did there.
Probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's probably not that kind of movie.
Yeah, it's not that. No.
Fine.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. And when you are featured on this fine show, make sure you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
We have a question for Sarah, though.
Oh, boy.
I said earlier you guys were talking about how you would mess with your friends or your friends would mess with you. I haven't heard Sarah's sweet voice on the air recently. I was wondering what she would say.
Oh, hey.
Can we hear your sweet voice?
Oh, thank you. My friend was absolutely terrified of the Chucky doll and the Chucky movies. So I, as the kind friend that I am, went out and bought one. And every time she would come over, I would hide the doll in places that I knew she was going to go to. And she would freak out. She eventually stopped coming over.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
I trained you well.
Especially because I think the Chucky doll is so cute and adorable.
I
so it was kind of right. He's so little and precious looking.
A little
so
scuffed up, but he looks like a cute kid.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be nice. He's not, but he looks like he would be. But so it was like a win-win for me because I got the doll and then I would freak her out.
Do you still keep in touch with this friend?
I do. Yeah, she moved, but we're still actually really good friends. But she always remembers that.
Do you still do you send her gifts of Chucky or random?
Oh, yeah, you really should keep it going.
I really should, or send her a package and it just be the Chucky doll in there.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. If there's a way to put a GoPro in there so it turns on the minute she opens the box, that would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Or have a friend there to video it.
Oh, I could have her husband video it because she's super dramatic as is. So
wait, one of your friends is dramatic?
Isn't that
hard
strange?
to believe?
Yeah, I know, weird, right? You think I'm the only dramatic one, but yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that.
I like that plan. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
A lot of people had the way they would mess with friends with fake Craigslist ads, including this person said, I thought it'd be funny to make a fake ad with vehicles for sale at a super cheap price. And my friends thought it would be funny to do that to me and use my phone number. The headline said the vehicle must go today. I had to turn my phone off for a day, and it took 2 days for the calls to finally slow down. That was 10 years ago. And it was a 1998 Acura Integra for $600.
Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a beating. If anybody ever messed with me like that, I'd be done with them.
We had, I think it was to my buddy Munson. We had someone that we must have known. We didn't know who did it, but it had to be one of our friends. Someone did the fake Craigslist ad, and at the time we had no idea what the hell Paradiso was. But now I do know. It's like a big EDM festival that would happen at the Gorge. But it was one of the first years it was sold out. People were going nuts to try and get these tickets. So somebody put a fake Craigslist ad saying that he had tickets that he was selling for under face value. And we got back, we were playing hockey. We got back into the locker room in the middle of the day, and he looked at his phone. He's like, I have 400 text messages and phone calls from people about Paradiso. I don't even know. We had to Google what Paradiso was to figure out what the hell people were talking about.
Oh, man. Yeah, I would not be happy with you people.
Yeah, I never mess with anyone by giving their number out.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that's over the line.
I remember one time Andy, when I worked on the Andy Savage show, he gave my phone number out on the air.
Oh, no, he did not. Did he really? Really?
Yes, I had to change my number. It was bad. It was nonstop.
I would be so pissed. You know what? You're a better man than me because I probably either would have quit or I probably would have just I'm not a fighter, but I would have verbally abused him for weeks.
Well, at first I was mad, but then I was like, maybe there'll be like some sweet honeys that are going to try and reach out and see what's up.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Well, BJ, the reason why you didn't think about that is because you're a practical thinker. Because not a single woman.
No
was
sweet
calling.
honeys?
No one was calling, like trying to proposition meeting up with me to hook up. It was all just dudes calling at all moments of the day. Just be like, is this really Steve? Huh, that's awesome. You blah, blah, blah. And they would say, like, either they tell me I suck or they'd say something just to be funny.
Remember the time you did the thing? Wasn't that cool?
Yeah.
What was the weirdest interaction with any of them? Do you remember?
No, I don't. It's so long ago. I up until this moment, I forgot until we started talking about that. I'm like, that's right. That's how he messed with me.
Yeah, it works the other way around, Steve. Like, if we gave Vicky's number out, she would get a lot of proposals
No,
for
somebody
all
did.
sorts of activity.
Guys and girls.
Somebody did do that.
Who gave your number out?
I don't know.
Was it Sarah?
Probably. No.
Sarah.
Something I would
Somebody
do.
gave your number out, like, on the show?
Not on the show, but online. I don't know who it was to this day. This was a few years back. They went to like OkCupid. They set up a profile with like the name Victoria, and it wasn't even my pictures. I managed to find the account. It wasn't even me in the pictures. Proposition different dudes with my phone number saying, "Hey, I want to do blank to your blank.
Now I
Send me your pictures."
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
And I was at Comic-Con here in Seattle, and in the course of like 15 minutes, I got like 10 D pics. Like, it was just constant. I'm like, what are you doing? Who is this? It's like, we were just talking. We met on OkCupid. You wanted me to send this to you. I'm like, no, that's not me.
How awkward for both sides.
That sucks.
Because for all you know, that person's never, ever sent a D pic. But finally, we're just like, Vicky wants it. I want to get her. You know what? Screw it. I guess I'll get out of my comfort zone and I'll do this. And then they're like all excited because they think you want it. And then you come back with, who told you to send me this?
And they didn't even think it was me. It was some other girl on this. Like, the poor girl's pictures were stolen to be used for this site.
Oh, so they didn't even know it was you. So,
No.
so
And-
somebody did this to get back at you.
Yeah, and I'm telling them, like, that's not me in the pictures. Like, I promise you, that's not me. And one guy was even like, hey, so are you single, though? Like, hey, you want to hook up? I was
Wow.
like, you don't even know what I look like. You're just...
Well, he figured he sent you his calling card. He figured you'd be interested.
It's raring to go.
And I was just like, what's the first thing he came up with? Like, I am 8 months pregnant and married. Sorry, dude. And I think he's still trying to shoot a shot. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Well, that means I don't have to use protection.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, yep, that sounds like my kind of woman.
I have a few suspicions on who it might have been, but to this day, I'm not 100% sure.
Joe, just
All right,
fess
well,
up.
Yeah, come on,
Come on.
Joe.
Sorry. Oh, no.
Yeah.
What if it was Joe?
That'd
That
be
would
amazing.
It would be so atypical for him. Like, you know, I could picture Sarah doing it, but not
Yes.
Joe.
Yeah.
Well, nobody thought Ted Bundy was really a serial killer. You know, I mean,
That's
like,
true.
You don't think
Wow.
these things.
I don't like these
Okay.
rumors.
I mean, I've been listening to a lot of the serial killer podcasty things. So, I mean, Joe,
I mean, there's always.
how's your relationship with your father?
He was a quiet boy.
It's not great either.
Joe is not anywhere near serial killer material.
He could be.
Well, I mean, his
Wow,
father's
that's
got the serial killer eyes,
Yeah.
so
Right,
maybe it
exactly.
skips a generation. So, like, you got the eyes of a serial killer, but you're not a serial killer.
Was your father angry growing up?
Oh, very much so.
Okay, so
Okay.
you know what? Again, Steve, I cannot wait till your daughter's 18 years old so we can accuse her of being something really horrific. Look at you guys. I mean, that's my boy over there you're talking about. He's a good boy.
He's smiling though. He thinks it's funny.
I do
does
think
he?
it's
Oh,
great.
He's like, oh, they think that I think it's funny, but it's true.
It was a really windy day. The apple fell far from the tree. Don't worry.
See, Sarah believes it.
Listen, if Joe starts bringing in donuts, then we're going to have which is what Dexter used to do every week. Then you have to start wondering.
Honestly, I'm more afraid of Sarah than I am of Joe. Sarah would definitely be the serial killer.
No,
You're
You're
already
crazy.
crazy
she's too
enough,
honest though. She would just admit
Yeah.
that she murdered someone this weekend.
This
I
is
would.
Yeah.
You're the person that says you want to taste what human flesh, like meat, tastes like.
Maybe they're
I
in
do.
cahoots together.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
The
not gonna
brother-sister
no.
murder duo.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're done with this
Yeah,
conversation.
Joe kills him. Sarah grills him.
Yep.
I love that actually.
Okay, well,
A new movie by Quentin Tarantino, The Killing Grillers.
yeah, this has been a great
There hasn't
conversation.
been any
Natural.
killing siblings.
Hey,
so.
look at the time, guys. We got to move on. I'm so sorry. I would love to continue this scintillating and just rewarding conversation, but we
BJ's
got
trying to get us off the beaten path. He's in cahoots with them.
Oh, cahoots.
This would be a fantastic movie. Let's sell
Yeah.
the rights.
Steve, if you think you'd still be alive if I was a serial killer, okay? Do you really think you would be?
Good point.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
Sorry,
BJ is
you
a
just
serial
made me laugh so hard I farted.
Oh, no!
Okay. Well, Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, then we need to abandon ship very quickly.
It's my defense mechanism when I think someone's going to shank me.
He's like an octopus.
Like a skunk. Yeah.
Skunktopus.
Okay, it is just lovely.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Hey moms, you can earn up to $85,000 as a surrogate with Sensible Surrogacy. Being a sensible surrogate is an amazing act. You care for a developing baby whose genetic parents can't carry it themselves. Surrogates transform so many lives. The baby that you care for, the family that you help create, plus your own family will benefit from up to $85,000 in cash and benefits. Be a sensible surrogate. Learn more at sensiblesurrogates.com.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone just said, hey, guys, my boss just went to get us some breakfast, and I know he's listening. Can you tell him to not forget the ketchup? From Isaac. LOL. Have a great day. He loves the show and listens all day.
All right, boss man.
Boss, don't forget the ketchup.
Don't forget the ketchup, Mr. Unnamed Boss.
And get an extra sandwich just in case.
You know what? We got to really you got to say his name, though, so the guy really gets to be a star on the show, though. I'm like,
I don't have his name. I just have Isaac's name. So
I was
someone's
sort of,
a boss of Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac, come on. Figure it out, buddy. All right. Well, anyway, congratulations, ketchup man.
Well, I mean, what are the odds there's more than one boss out there going to get a breakfast that involves ketchup with a guy named Isaac and they listen to the show?
Right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Get the ketchup, man.
Yeah,
you don't want to
come
disappoint
on.
your coworkers.
Don't skimp on the ketchup. You shouldn't
Get her done.
anyway.
Yeah, it's so true. You can never have enough ketchup.
Someone got by the name of Some Call Me Dan. He tweeted at us earlier and said, please tell me you guys have seen the clip of the guy singing as Cartman doing the song Take On Me. Now, we've seen that guy. He's a TikTok guy.
Yeah.
We've seen him he did Linkin Park as Cartman, and that was pretty awesome. And I think we listened to a couple of other ones of his songs, but I guess this is now his thing. Like, he just does Cartman covers.
Yeah.
Did we not hear this before, or did I just hear it on my own? I could have sworn we played this, but maybe I just played it myself.
You might have played it yourself. Well, that's weird. You might have played this track yourself because the guy tweeted at us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very well then. Well, let's let everybody else hear it.
I haven't heard this. Oh my God.
This guy is great.
Shine away. I've been coming for your love, okay? Take on me.
Oh, yeah.
Take on me, guys.
I actually like this acoustic guitar version of the song.
Dude, I'd listen to a whole record of that. Guy needs to get into a studio and do a version of, like, just do Cartman sing. I feel like the South Park guys would let him do it. Yeah. If they didn't, they should.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could make some cash off of this guy putting out music like that. You're right.
I
Why
know
not?
he said it before, but I say it again. If I had that ability like he does, I would just show up to random open mics and just go up there because he looks like a dude that's just going to, like, he's got the big old beard. He looks just like a stoner rock dude. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, he just kicks out these songs as Cartman. It's amazing.
Yeah, he does a great job.
But I can't sing like that. I can't
Oh,
sing
you
at
can't?
all. And we got
wow.
a text message. And I know you guys already know this. I'm hesitant to read this text because it means we have to then play it. But this guy said, I heard Migs singing on the Megacast. That was some great high notes, LOL.
What were you doing singing on the Megacast? You can't sing.
I can't sing. But what I do. You know, Tatum likes to read, or she likes those books that you hit a button and the music plays and you sing along, kind of a thing. I don't know. There's these random books that have like all these little buttons, and we have one right now. It's for Frozen 2. There's like
okay.
And so more often than not, she goes to the bookshelf, she'll grab it, and then she'll like back up and sit on your lap, like if you're sitting on the ground, and then just start saying peas, and that's her way of saying please. Like
okay.
So then she wants you to read it, and so. She'll say it a bunch of times. So I was singing this song from Frozen to the point where I almost know all the lyrics. My wife likes to record these things because she thinks it's cute. So she'll like kind of peer around or like put her phone with the record mode on and then text it to me to be like busted. So
okay.
I shared it with Ted yesterday, and I guess I could share it with you guys.
Okay.
It's me trying to sing Frozen.
You're not a voice. You're just a ringing in my ear. And if I saw you, which I don't, unspoken for I fear. Everyone I ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure. I don't need something new. I follow you into the unknown.
Oh, hey.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Whoa. Are you out there? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? Am I the best singer you've ever met?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to give up the launch codes. Please, no more.
Yeah. Oh, that's adorable.
Was it though? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I think it just needs more bass.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it needs.
I can't wait for you to sing "Let It Go."
Yeah.
We don't have that book, thankfully.
Oh, I'm buying that book.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's really easy just to ship that to your place, man.
Yep,
that's
on
the big
Amazon
hit.
right now.
We just moved.
Do Adina Menzel. Do her proud, Steve. Do Let It Go. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, someone said their dogs are howling right now.
Yeah.
Another
that
text
makes sense.
says, my dog is howling.
Yeah, dog's like, please play fireworks instead, will you? I mean, come on.
So he said, don't worry, Migs, because of my daughter, I'm able to sing along with that.
Oh, that's, yeah. Well, we didn't have those books when the kids were growing up, and I'm very happy about that.
Some of those books are cool because it's like animal sounds. So it'll be like, you hit a button and a lion goes, roar.
I love that.
I like those.
Yeah, you can do those.
I like the Trolls one because they just go, kind of thing. But
Oh,
the
wow.
Frozen one, and of course that's her favorite one.
Oh, of course it is, right? Because of your singing, I'm sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
So it's your poor dog.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Neighbors, dog,
Anybody.
that-
She's
yeah.
clapping and she's like smiling and doing the snap thing.
Yeah, I think she's trolling you. I think she knows how bad you sing and goes,
You think
oh,
she's
my.
in cahoots with mom?
Oh, definitely. Like they know what's up. They say that when you start suspecting that your kids are taking advantage of you, they've been doing it for almost a year before then. So I'm not surprised.
So
I didn't know she could kind of say words. That's kind of cool.
She could say, she says mommy, daddy. She says Bubby for Lulu because that's her nickname. Says please, ow. Like all the.
Oh, please, ow.
Please. Then ow.
Oh.
Then ooh. That's my favorite.
Ooh, okay, very good.
That and uh-oh. Because she'll like purposely drop something and then go uh-oh. And I'm like,
So
that's not how it works there, buddy.
So she's what, about 10, 15 words short of your entire vocabulary.
Yes.
She's getting there.
Pretty much.
She's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem.
So my dog started barking when Steve tried to hit those high notes.
Yeah, well, yeah. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Ooh, good question right here. You got to pick what, because it's going back to Adam Sandler doing serious movies.
Oh.
What's the favorite movie that you've seen that a serious movie from a comedy actor? Mine would have to be The Number 24 from Jim Carrey.
The Number 20. I don't think I've seen
I
that.
think that was a horror movie or something like that.
Yeah, it was like, and it was basically everything revolved around the number 24.
Yeah, I like Spotless Mind, Eternal Sunshine. It was trippy as all hell, but I liked him in that.
That's funny that this is not a topic about the serious movies that Jim Carrey was in, but I also think about Jim Carrey with Man on the Moon. I know there's comedic
That's
moments.
a good one, too. Yeah.
But that's not a comedy.
Right. That's a good one. You're right.
One that isn't Jim Carrey for me is Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo.
Oh.
It is super, super creepy, but
a
he
good
does
movie.
it really well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right. That's a good one. Right. Yeah, Robin Williams did a bunch of them, though, really. You know, Good Will Hunting. I mean, there's so many movies that he was in.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that
You
one.
know, all that.
What about Michael Keaton as Batman?
Is that a serious movie?
Well,
I mean,
is he a comedic actor?
Yeah, Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom, Gung Ho.
Yeah.
Mr. Mom.
And
Gung Ho.
I don't know what it qualifies to be a comedic actor, but I mean, Tom Hanks started as a comedic actor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess in a way you could say almost everything he's done. But somebody who's really known for comedy, Will Ferrell did a movie with Emma Thompson, the British actress. I can't remember what the name of it is. It was really slow, but I really liked his performance in it. I can't remember what it was. Something about writing or a writer or something. And
Steve
it was
Carell's
really,
done some stuff, too.
Stranger Than Fiction is the one you're thinking of.
Yes, that's the one. And Steve Carell is a perfect example, Steve. He's done some good stuff where it wasn't comedy. Yeah.
Foxcatcher, I think, won an Oscar, was up for an Oscar, something like that. It's not a movie I think any of us would see.
Oh, and the movie
I think we saw it, Foxcatcher. Which one was? Where did he play the weird guy that was the wrestling guy?
Foxcatcher.
Or was
Foxcatcher.
Oh yeah, that was him. I saw that movie. It was great.
Someone said a lot of people were texting. It's called the number 23, not number 24.
That's why. All I kept thinking of was Willie Mays. That's all I could think of.
Right?
It was like 24. I don't know. All right.
I was thinking Jack Bauer, so I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good. Yeah, he's another guy that does great comedy and did a great serious one. All right. Yeah.
Dane Cook and Mr. Brooks. Absolutely.
I love that movie because Dane Cook gets gacked in it. Is great.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's a decent movie.
Not because of him.
That is
totally because of him. He wasn't in the movie.
He wasn't horrible in the movie, but yeah, he wasn't the main star though.
Well, I liked him.
All right. Well, listen, I didn't say you shouldn't. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Robin Williams in Insomnia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one too.
Michael Keaton, dude, don't forget, he did Johnny Dangerously. Yeah, he was a comedic actor.
I don't remember a whole lot of his comedic movies, apparently, that outweigh everything else he's done. But okay,
I believe
I'll give it to him.
Before Batman, all he was a comedic actor. And then Batman came out, and I know now looking back on it, it's a little hokey. But at the time, that was like,
But he played it straight. He wasn't doing any comedy in that movie.
Right. There's comedic moments, but for the most part, that was meant to be a dark movie.
Yeah, Beetlejuice, he was pretty comedic in that.
100%.
All right. Yeah.
So
okay.
I said Michael Keaton started as a stand-up comedian.
What?
He did? Wow, I really just don't have that image of him. That's amazing. I mean, that's the thing I learned today. I did not realize that.
I didn't know he did stand-up, but I knew he was in all these comedic films.
Makes sense if he did stand-up, then that he wouldn't go right into comedy. Okay, comedy movies. Wow. I would like to see some of his stand-up. Damn. I never knew that about him. That's insane because I was following comedy back in the day. That went right over my head.
I can't even. Oh, there's some. Vicky found some video of him back in the day doing stand-up.
Damn. All right, Michael. Damn. How did I not know this?
Well, you're not supposed to know everything.
I feel like I should, though. You know what I mean? This was my generation. He was probably a stand-up comedy in the 80s. Wow.
It looks like it's in the 80s.
A stand-up comic, yeah.
He's dressed like he's straight out of the 80s.
How did I miss that? All right, well, I did. What am I going to do? I missed it. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Looking at some of the other text messages we got, somebody said, I once cut down earlier we were talking about that audio of the guy cut down a tree and it crashed on his own house.
Oh, that was epic.
I cut down a small tree once. It fell the wrong way into my neighbor's driveway, barely missing his car. He just laughed as I almost had a heart attack. From Lakewood Larry.
I would not be laughing. Oh, and if especially it was Lakewood Larry, I would, oh, jeez. First of all, if Lakewood Larry was my neighbor, I would move.
Well, because you'd be in Lakewood, so that would be great
because that
anyway.
kind of stupid stuff would happen from Lakewood Larry. Of course, he would cut down a tree and almost hit my car.
I feel like Lakewood Larry would be a lot of fun.
Okay, that's right. Your definition of fun is idiot. Okay, fine.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.